All right, welcome in, fans, to the ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week. Coming at you live from Ordway Field on the campus of Pittsford Sutherland, home of the Knights. And it is homecoming for both Pittsford Sutherland and Pittsford Mendon. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Craig the Spazman Simmons, and it's my pleasure to be emanating at you live on the ROC Sports Network Facebook page for this matchup between two Class A teams and the Webster Schroeder Warriors and the Pittsford Panthers. The Warriors come into today at 2-1, and Pittsford comes in at 1-2. Now, according to Max Preps, Pittsford leads the series dating back to 2007, 10-1, when Schroeder's one win was in 2009. Now, the Schroeder Warriors score an average of 29.6 points per game and yield an average of 20, and they come into tonight's affair ranked 10th. And the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle Large School poll and Pittsford, they are 1-2. They score an average of just 18 points, and they yield an average of 16.3. Now, Pittsburgh, just a quick note, Pittsford beat Schroeder last season in the third game of the season after losing their first two, and then went on a 7-game run. So we will be interested. We'll be keeping an eye on that as well. Now, the Schroeder Warriors, they have a junior quarterback, Travis Deere. He threw for 410 yards and 3 touchdowns against Rush Henrietta last week. Deere has a total of 690 yards in the air, and it's 50 of 74 attempts. Junior Victor Snow, 22 catches and 328 yards. We are going to step aside for the national anthem. The ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on the ROC Sports Network.
And now, another ROC Sports Network presentation.
All right, welcome back in, fans, to the ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week. Coming at you from Ordway Field. First half sponsor is Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Lattimore currently offers 25 clinics throughout the Rochester area, including nearby locations in Pittsford and Webster. More than 50 certified physical therapists have experience in treating most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases are able to offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. LattimorePT.com, and Lattimore is LATTIMOREPT.com. So we are excited coming at you from Ordway Field. Now, Ordway Field is one of the few fields that runs east and west. We are facing due north, and as I say, one of the rare fields that runs east and west. We have a great view of the Rochester skyline just off to our left. And let's see if we can get an eye on the captains for Schroeder. Austin Riesenberger, a senior, he is number 58. Or that's Pittsford, sorry about that, number 58. That would be Stephen DeMeo. You've also got number 64 for the home team, Timothy Forth. He is a senior. You've got number 31. That's Ryan Carvel. He is a senior. And then number 14, that would be Thomas Birmingham. So there you have it. And it looks like the Webster Schroeder Warriors are going to defend the western goal, and they will be going from left to right, wearing gold lids, gold pants, white tops, blue numbers, going left to right. And Pittsford, the home team, in the dark blue lids, dark blue tops, and gray pants. They will be going right to left, defending the eastern goal. Yeah, west off to the left. West, yeah, all right. So we're facing due north. All right, so one of the rare places where the sun is not directly in your eyeballs when you're doing a day game. Have been here many times. Want to thank the athletic director and everybody involved for their hospitality and welcoming Rock Sports Network in. I have called many, many athletic endeavors here. I think I've got to be honest, though. Gary on the camera, Gary Sadak, production and camera. I think this is my first football game. I think it's my first football game that I've called here at Pittsford. Back deep to receive for Schroeder is going to be, that would be number 1, Victor Snow. And Victor Snow, he is one of the favorite receivers of Travis Deere. Has 22 catches for 328 yards. And here is the kick. And we are underway, and Snow is going to pick it up right around the 8-yard line. No, it's picked up by number 2, Tyron Harrell. And it looks like he is going to get it back up around the 20. Not a bad return. We've got 4 12-minute quarters. And as I say, the Webster Schroeder Warriors coming into today at 2-1. And the Pittsford Panthers at 1-2. Schroeder's head coach is Mike Stump, and the head coach of Pittsford is Keith Malinich. So this is the first time in a while that Schroeder has been back in Double A. So what that does is it puts them on a little bit of tougher competition, but it pretty much guarantees that they are going to be in the sectionals. Now, they lost to Canandaigua in sectionals last season. Here is an attempted pass, and Deere is going to be brought down in the backfield. He's going to be brought down hard by number 5, Caleb Arena, the senior. I'll tell you what, I was going to joke around and put the over-under at how long before Schroeder goes to the pass at 1. And, well, I have to make it 2 because you have to have at least 1 on the bottom side. And then I would have taken the under. And they were going to go to the air right off the bat with Travis Deere. Like I said, why not? If it ain't fixed, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Travis Deere coming into today almost 700 yards using this spread offense. All right, so they've got trip receivers on the near side, single wide out. Here is the handoff to the back. And he is met by a host of Panthers in the backfield. Nothing doing on that. And I'll tell you what, this Pittsford Panthers team is cranked up, no doubt about that. The handoff went to Darius Johnson, the senior. And the clock continues to run. Again, a host of Panthers in on that tackle. On that stop, thrown for a loss, that's going to bring up 3rd. And they've got 23 on the board with the ball on the 11. Beautiful night, beautiful early fall evening here for some football. Deere is going to stun the pocket to the right, looks downfield, and it's incomplete. Incomplete over on the far side. The intended receiver was number 4, Jack Von Annen, who is one of his favorite receivers as well. And that is going to bring up a 3-and-out for the Pittsford Panthers. 3rd and very long, and that is going to force the punt. And it looks like number 42, that would be Liam Bell, the junior, is going to kick. Now we'll do the best we can to read those Panther jerseys. I will say one thing about the Schroeder Warriors. They have numbers on the sleeves. Here it is, left foot delivery. It's going to be fielded right about the 46-yard line by looked like Daniel Lothar. And he is not going to get he's not going to gain much yardage there. So with 10:07 left to go, a 3 and out for the Webster Schroeder Warriors. Our first possession and our first punt. But that's going to put the Pittsford Panthers in great field position. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Webster Schroeder 41-yard line. Again, want to thank Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab for their support. Man in motion from far to near is number 4 swing pass is going to come over to him, and it is complete, and he's got some room to run, and that's Clyde Williams. And the pass was Daniel Lothar. So Lothar, the QB for Pittsford. Lothar is going to get good yardage, and it will bring up 1st and 10 for the Panthers here. Homecoming 2019 for Pittsford. Here is Lothar in the shotgun, handoff up the gut, and not much doing there. Handoff goes to number 3, Isaiah Cotton, the senior. And we have a Webster Schroeder Warrior down on the surface, and it is going to be number 9. That is Ethan Fargo. And with that, we're going to step aside, take a quick break. You are watching the ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on the ROC Sports Network.
When I sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Welcome back, fans. Homecoming 2019 here at Pittsford. And I'll tell you what, if that camera's moving, it's because the whole bleachers and press box is rocking. Lothar is going to have a man complete downfield. Thomas Birmingham, the senior. Nice pass from Lothar. Darius Johnson in on the tackle. Clock continues to roll. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 3 on the box. 3 and a long 2, maybe 3 on the board. Here we go. Snap, and Levante Bonds on the run. 8:51 left to play. Like I say, 4 12-minute quarters, and that will move the chains. It'll be another 1st down for Pittsford. And I think in a game of this magnitude here, the team that draws first blood has the advantage. Here is the handoff on the sweep to Egypt Alamin, and he's going to go on around the right-hand side. He gets to the edge, and he is going to, looks like, get to the 1st down. And if he does, that will bring up 1st and goal to go for Pittsford, and it is. 1st and goal from the 8 for the Pittsford Panthers. Now they've got the wide out here on the near side. That's Birmingham. 8:25 left to play here in the 1st quarter. Lothar. Misdirection. Here's the counter. Flag in the backfield. Flag in the backfield. And the handoff on the sweep was Clyde Williams. Met hard over here by 5, Darius Johnson. Flag on the play, and generally in that position, it's going to be a hold. And it will go against the Panthers, and it is coming back. Generally on the backside of a play in that particular situation, you are going to see either a hold or a block to the back. And one more time, fans, if you see that camera shaking, it's not Gary. It's not because he's cranked up on the coffee. It's just that this place is rocking. The stands are packed here at Ordway Field. So that'll bring up 1st and 22 from, 1st and goal to go from the 22. Lothar again in the shotgun. Man in motion from far to near. That is the 4 of Clyde Williams. And as you can see, the handoff is going to go to Levante Bonds, and he's frustrated. You can see he gets up and is visibly frustrated, so that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and long, 24. Second and goal from the 24 after losing a couple yards. And I'll tell you, I think this game, we're going to have to keep an eye on that front line on both sides of the ball. Second and goal from the 24. Man in motion from near to far. Handoff. Nope. Fake the handoff. Going across the field. Almost had his intended receiver. All right. That looked like it was William Klink. Will Klink, the junior. That'll bring up third and goal. Again, having, I don't know, it depends on how they are and how the light's hitting those jerseys. So that'll bring up third and goal from the 24. The incompletion stops the clock at 7:18. Thanks for joining us on the Rock. Lothar drops back to pass. Plenty of time. Now he gets pushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be brought down around the 35-yard line. Big, big loss.
In the backfield by several Schroeder Warriors, led by number 9, Ethan Fargo.
Ethan Fargo in on the lead there. Clock continues to run, and that'll bring up fourth and goal. Lothar had plenty of time, but great coverage by the Warriors downfield, unable to get a pass off, and then he felt the pressure. Saw Austin Riesenberger in there as well. So with 6:25 left to go, and I believe Pittsford is going to take a purposeful delay of game penalty to be able to push them back a handful of yards and give them another look, give them that many more yards to work with. I think everybody saw that coming. No, we're going to have another left-footed delivery here. 6:23 left to go. It's up, it's in the air. And it's going to come down around the 15 and then take a very favorable roll and then go all the way down to the 1-yard line. So Pittsford is going to pin Webster Schroeder deep with a great kick by number 40, and that's Joseph Beckman, the senior. Great job by Beckman to pin the Webster Schroeder Warriors at their 1-yard line. Now at Lattimore, their physical therapists enjoy the work they do and bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. LattimorePT.com. So Webster Schroeder pinned deep in their own territory here at the 1 with 6:11 left to go. One possession per team, one punt per team. Handoff to the left-hand side off the end, and great coverage by the defensive line of Pittsford. No real yardage there by Darius Johnson. Tackled by a host of Panthers. Looks like he might have got a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Second and 9, 5:40 left to play. Up the middle, nice cutback by, once again, number 5, Darius Johnson. And that'll bring up a first down. First down for Webster Schroeder. It's always tough. It's always tough to go on the road. It's always tough. I always tell teams, though, you have to look at it like you're going into enemy territory, especially when it's double homecoming here. Both Mendon and Sutherland combined schools in football here, double A. And as I said, Webster Schroeder, they were in Class A, but they moved back up to double A this year because of numbers. Here is Johnson in motion, and Deere is going to air it out, and he has a man. They're going to get it up to the 20, so good for about 5 yards to Victor Snow. Victor Snow, as I say, coming into today, one of Deere's favorite receivers.
Deere's pass complete
22 catches coming into today, 328 yards. They've also got 435 yards rushing, led by Caden Leonard with 225 on 29 carries. Here is Dare on the quick handoff. The counter up this way is going to go to Darius Johnson. And Johnson is going to be brought down over here on the near side by the number 6 of Kyle Hennessy, the senior. 4:20 left to play here in the first. No surprise here by Schroeder. Same formation. Well, now twin sets on both sides. Twin sets on both sides. Johnson, the single setback. In motion is Snow. And handoff on the counter goes to Johnson. And on the 1st and 10, he's going to pick up a couple yards. Looked like Nick Tessone on the tackle there. 3:35 left to play here in the first. Excuse me, double bagels. Thanks for joining us here on Rock Sports Network. It is homecoming here at Pittsford. It's also youth night. You can see youth that were all over the place here before the game. 2nd and 9 from the 28 now for Webster Schroeder. 3:15 left to play. Pittsford shows the blitz. They pick it up. Deere downfield. Pass is complete at the 35. And it looks like it's going to be to Tyron Harrell, the senior.
Deere's pass completes to Harrell.
2:55. So it'll bring up 3rd and 2 for Webster Schroeder from the 35-yard line. Unable to mount any offense against this Pittsburgh defense here on their first possession. Had to punt, and then Pittsburgh was unable to get anything going. They had to punt as well. Here is the handoff on the counter, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage by Sampson, Ryan Sampson. But that's good enough for a Schroeder first down. And they'll take chunks, they'll take little handfuls of yardage chunks like that all night long. Excuse me. Again, spread offense. You've seen it. We'll see it all night. Counter going the other way to Caden Leonard.
That's number 20, Caden Leonard.
Caden Leonard over on the far side before being pushed out of bounds by Levante Bonds at the 45-yard line. So just short of midfield. You can see the Knight right on the middle of Ordway Field. Pittsford Sutherland are the Knights and Pittsford Mendon are the Vikings, but together they are the Panthers. 2:02 left to play here in the first. Clock stopped by being out of bounds. 2nd and 7 from the 45. Excuse me, triple set on the near side. Deere looking this way. He's going to hit Tyron Harrell, but Harrell is only going to pick up about a yard before being brought down by Isaiah Cotton
Tackled by number 3, Isaiah.
and Kyle Hennessy.
No gain on the play. Short gain, 1 yard, brings up 3rd down and 7.
All right, we'll call it no gain on that. 3rd and 7. Ball stays right at the 45. Met right away by Cotton. Good coverage there by Pittsford. So this spread offense, no huddle. 1:25 left to play. Clock continues to run. Oh, we've got them stacked up over on the far side. 1:15. Here is Dare. 3-step drop. Looks over to the far side. Over to Victor Snow. And Snow is going to be thrown for a loss, and the ball is loose. And it's going to be picked up by Pittsford. And we've got a pick six. Pick six by Pittsford. Pick six by Pittsford, and it looks like Max Murphy, the senior. 1:03 left to go. 45-yard return pick six by Max Murphy, and Pittsford is going to draw first blood. So Pittsford knocks it down first. Max Murphy. Now we've got Hennessy in on the PAT attempt. Comes at 103. 45-yard pick six. Oh, it's over the head. Going to pick it up and be brought down around the 26, 27-yard line. So with 103 left to play, Pittsford on a 45-yard pick six by Max Murphy is going to jump out to a 6-0 lead. You are watching the Rock Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme Bill Gray's.
Hi, I'm Zach Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. We're family-owned, family-run, 3 generations strong.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
All right, fans, so with 1:03 left to play here in the first quarter, brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. 45-yard pick six by Max Murphy, number 17, the senior, is going to put Pittsford Panthers up first. They draw first blood. And as I said here, this is a vital thing, I think, in a matchup of this magnitude. Back deep to receive is Victor Snow. They go back over to the far side instead, over to number 2, Tyron Harrell, and he's going to run it back over here to the near side before being forced out of bounds right around the 25 by Levante Bonds. And that will stop the clock with 56.9 left to play. I'll tell you, Murphy just timed that thing just right, picked it off, took it up, and just went to the house. He had great blocking out in front of him and just took it all the way home, put Pittsford on the board first with 1:03 left to play. So now Webster, Schroeder, they'll get another look here. Couple big dudes up there. Look at that. That's 78, man. That's a big dude for the Warriors. Who's that? Connor Cleric. He's just a junior, man. So here is Deere once again in the shotgun. Single setback is Darius Johnson. Rolls out to the right, and he's gonna be taken down for a big loss, and the ball is loose. Still hasn't been picked up, and it looks like Pittsford is going to jump on that, and they are. A fumble. A fumble on the pressure from the right-hand side. The linebacker stepped up and hit Deere, and that's going to be the second straight possession, leading to a turnover by Webster Schroeder. So Pittsford is going to have awesome field position here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19 for Pittsford. Already riding the momentum of that pick six by Murphy. Now they put the pressure right on the first play from the line of scrimmage and force the fumble out of Deere's hands with 47.7 left to go. Oh, there's a nice job by the Warriors to shut down that run. Isaiah Cotton on the run. Met at the line of scrimmage by Mason Mascari and a host of Webster Schroeder Warriors. So the clock continues to run down to 25 seconds, and looks like we might get one more play here. Let's see what Lothar, the junior, does. Down to 15 seconds. Here's the handoff, and fakes the handoff, going to the corner, has a man. Oh, through the hands of, I believe, Birmingham. I'll tell you what, that ball was very well placed by Lothar. That incompletion is going to stop the clock at 6.3. It was a man-on-man coverage. Single coverage over here in the corner. Tried to take advantage of Birmingham's height. So with 6.3, let's see what Pittsford chooses to do here. Here is Lothar, near hash marks, 3-step drop. Now he goes to the far corner, complete down inside the 10. He's going to get down inside the 5. Down inside the 5, Clyde Williams, the senior. That'll bring up 1st and goal, but the first quarter is going to come to a close. And as we take a look at the Pittsford cheerleaders, we're going to step aside, raise a little bit of revenue with Pittsford leading 6-0 off of a pick 6 45-yard run back by Max Murphy. You're watching the Rock Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network.
Announcing the 2019 final closeout at Bob Johnson. Lease a brand new Chevy Equinox for just $218 a month. That's $218 a month for a brand new Equinox. Come to Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Hey fans, be sure to check out The Rock, rocksportsnetwork.com, where you'll be able to watch tonight's game and all of our games and sports shows this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. rocksportsnetwork.com, Rochester's only local sports channel. Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. First half has been a great battle here, especially if you're a Pittsford fan, as they jump out to a 6-0 lead in the first quarter.
Murphy good for a couple yards. Second goal for the Panthers.
So 2nd and goal for the Panthers from the 1. See if they can complete the drive. Here's the hand off the middle, and the signal is good. Touchdown, Pittsford. So the Pittsford Panthers are going to pick up another touchdown with 11:31 left to play. And Murphy is going to get in for the Panther touchdown with a 1-yard run. And that caps off a 19-yard drive. They had great field position off of that fumble. 2 straight turnovers, 2 straight touchdowns for the Panthers. They're going to go for the 2. They're going for the 2. Lothar fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, throws it down, and it is good. So the 2-point PAT conversion is good from Lothar to William Klink. And the conversion is good. And that will make it 14-0 Pittsford over Webster Schroeder. And been all Pittsford right now, with, as I said, with 11:31 left to go. That caps off a 19-yard drive that started at the end of the first quarter and rolls over into the second. So the Keith Malinich coached Pittsburgh Panthers successfully defending their home turf on homecoming thus far with 11:31 left to go here in the first half. And both touchdowns credited to Max Murphy. Buffalo football fans, you can tune into the Rock Sports Network Facebook page right here Tuesday nights at 5 o'clock for the Huddle Football Show, where you can get great news, views, and insight on the Buffalo Bills and the rest of the NFL. Now they're up against a hard one this weekend against the New England Patriots. We all know about the New England Patriots. We all know about Tom Brady. But I think the secret weapon that the Buffalo Bills have, I'm telling you, Josh Allen, this kid's made me a believer. He's made me a believer. So is it possible to root for a guy and not the team? I'm rooting for Josh Allen. Here is the kickoff. And it does get away, and it's going to roll into the end zone. Victor Snow is going to let it run into the end zone. So a nice kickoff there by the Pittsford Panthers, and that will be Webster Schroeder, 1st and 10 from their own 20. But like I said, the Bills, they had to eke out the come from behind last week over the Cincinnati Bengals, but I think they might surprise you. They might surprise some people. They might, as they say in sports, shock the world. And I think 90% of the country is going to be Buffalo Bills fans this week. So here it is, 1st and 10 for Webster Schroeder from their own 20-yard line. Here is Deere. And handoff comes to the near side, and nothing doing. That is Darius Johnson on the carry, brought down by Ryan Sampson. Thrown for a couple yards, so that'll bring up 2nd and 12 for Webster Schroeder from their own 18-yard line. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining, haven't used any. Game clock down to 15. Here's the snap to Deere. Counter comes this way to Johnson. No, that's not Johnson. Sorry, that is Caden Leonard. Leonard on the carry, and it looks like he's going to come up to about the 25-yard line, 26. We'll call that 26-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 with 10:35 left to play for Webster Schroeder. Nice multi-use stadium here. Track, lacrosse, soccer, everything happens here. I can't remember actually calling a football game thus far up to this point. Deere, handoff comes to the near side. And this time it's going to be Leonard again. Caden Leonard on the carry. And he is going to make it up to first down yardage. 1st and 10 for Webster Schroeder. Brought down by Nick Senko, the sophomore. One of the younger players. No underclassmen on the Schroeder Warriors roster. A couple on the Pittsford roster. They've got 5 sophomores, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So going the other way. Ball is on the carpet again, and it's going to go to Pittsford. 3 straight possessions, 3 straight turnovers for Pittsford. Oh, deflected and picked off. Sorry about that. Hennessy, another interception. And 3 straight possessions, 3 straight turnovers. It'll be 1st and 10 for Pittsford from very, very good field position at the 30. So Lady Mo definitely wearing Panther blue right now. Blue and gray. 1st and 10 from the 30. Leading 14-0. Airs it out over to the near side. Picked up by the big guy. Murphy. Ball looks like it's loose on the carpet. And it is loose. Let's see what the official. And this one's going to go to Webster Schroeder. So they're going to swap a couple turnovers. And Webster Schroeder will recover. So they dodge a bullet with that one. The pass was complete over on the near side to the big man. Ended up losing it. So one more time, Lattimore currently offers 25 clinics throughout the Rochester area, including nearby locations in Pittsford and Webster. More than 50 certified physical therapists have experience in treating most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases are able to offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. LattimorePT.com. Dr. Jeremy Sadak out in North Chili, the Dr. J. Here is Webster Schroeder from the 26. Let's see if they could take advantage of the fumble. Xavier Morales with the tackle by Senko once again. Looks like he picked up about a fin, so that will be 2nd and 5. Now fin, that's an old school reference. Sawbuck and a fin. A fin is 5, and a sawbuck is 10. 2nd and 5. Here is Deere. Leonard in motion to the near side. Tried to hit Victor Snow on the inside route. And Ryan Sampson on the coverage for Pittsford. Interception, or incompletion, incompletion stops the clock at 9 minutes even left to play here in the first half. And as I said, let's see if I think at this point the Warriors have to capitalize. They have to capitalize on that mistake and run right up the middle. Almost makes it to first down yardage. And that is number 28. That's Xavier Morales, the junior, brought down by Sampson again. And Morales getting deep into the Pittsburgh defense on that one is good for the first down for the Warriors. 8:45 left to play here in the first half. From Ordway Field, the 2-1 Warriors and the 1-2 Panthers. As I say, 8 teams in Class AA in Section 5, and there are 8 sectional spots, so everybody pretty much guaranteed to make the playoffs. Once again, up the middle, started to come towards the end, did Morales, and Morales ended up cutting it back in. Brought down once again by Sampson, so this drive here, thus far, this possession has been Morales and Sampson playing one-on-one. But the clock continues to run down to 8:05. And once again, you can hear the Pittsburgh faithful getting riled up here for homecoming. And when they get dancing out there in the stands, the whole place gets hopping. Here is Morales once again, carries everybody down to the 45. Right up just short of the 45. Brought down by Evan Nesmith, a sophomore, one of the sophomores on the team. And as I've always said, you put the best players on the field that you can in varsity sports. Varsity sports has a major component of being competitive and winning, and you put the best players you can on the field in any situation. So to bring up 3rd and short from the 44-yard line for the Warriors. Morales in motion going far. Here is Deere, looks over to the right, and ball is going to go through the hands of its intended receiver, Ethan Fame. Ethan Fame, that ball was right where it had to be. It was a little high. Fame had to kind of climb the ladder and use every bit of his frame to reach up there to get it. But it certainly was right where it had to be. The only problem is it's right there in the flat. And a lot of times in that area, a receiver is thinking more about getting hit than he is about making that catch. And you got to, as a receiver, I know we're talking about kids here. I know we're talking about young men. But Ethan Fame, the senior, he knows he's got to make that catch. Now, showing blitz by Pittsford. And he goes offside, and it looks like call is going to go against, let's see, they're going to walk it off against the Panthers. And a little bit of dancing is going to net the Warriors the first down. They're short of midfield, but they do get the first down. It's going to be marked right at the 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Webster Schroeder from the 49. They started off at their 26. So they've got bleachers on the western end. They brought those in. Here is Deere. Drops back. No pressure. And ball is now again completed, this time to Ethan Fame. And that you have to give credit. You have to give credit to Travis Deere. You have to give credit to the junior or the senior for having the wherewithal and the trust to go to Fame once again. All right, I called Travis a junior earlier, senior, and he showed his team leadership there by trusting Fame to make that catch. 2nd and 3. Deere going long to the corner, has a man over the shoulder. 56-yard touchdown catch to Jack Von Annen. Jack Van Annen is going to 56-yard and touchdown catch, and Webster Schroeder is on the board. 56-yard catch. Over the shoulder, Deere put it right where it had to be. Van Annen got a couple steps behind the defender, and with 6:20 left to play, that's going to cap off a 74-yard touchdown drive. by the Webster Schroeder Warriors, and they're on the board with 6:20. Here is the PAT attempt. It's down, it's up, and it is good for Brian Helbig. Helbig's PAT is good. And just like that, we've got a 14-7 game with 6:20 left to go. We're going to step aside. You're listening to the ROC Sports Network, watching the ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on the ROC Sports Network.
When I sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Hi, I'm Zach Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. We're family-owned, family-run, 3 generations strong.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
74-yard touchdown drive for the Webster Schroeder Warriors, and capped off by a 56-yard catch from Deer to Van Anen. And we've got a 14-7 battle. Here is the kickoff, fielded right around the 11 or 12 by the Pittsford Panthers, and it's going to be run back right to around the 31-yard line. And the run back is going to be by Samuel. I'm going to say Gines on that. I believe that's who that was. But that will set up the Pittsford Panthers after trading, 4 straight possessions, 6 straight possessions with a turnover by each team. They are going to be 1st and 10 from their own 31 are the Panthers. And here on the counter is going to go the other way, and it is going to go to Clyde Williams. And he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards over on the far side. Looks like he was tripped up there by Jack Weston, the senior. And Williams, no pickup, no gain, so he will get back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd and, we've got a flag on the field. Flag on the field, and it's holding against Pittsford. So that'll push him back 10 yards and bring up 1st and 20. I would say 1st and 20 from the 20. With 6:03 left to play here in the first half. Brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Can't thank our sponsors enough. Here's the snap. Lothar rolls out to the right, extends the pocket, feeling a little bit of pressure, goes downfield. Goes down to William Klenk, brought out by Travis Deer. So you have your quarterback playing both sides of the ball. A lot of teams do it, a lot of teams don't. I remember watching Trevor Sanders for Red Jacket. He was 100% primary quarterback. Never played defense. Didn't let him play either or both sides of the ball. 5:54 left to play. 2nd and 14 now from the 27 for Pittsford. Snap. Lothar. 3-step drop. Screen pass over to the far side. Looked like to Birmingham. And he is going to be hit behind the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to be hit by Tyron Harrell over there, the senior on the far side. 5:30 clock continues to roll. Brings up a couple yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. And Panthers are another one of the teams that have, contrast issues on the jersey. But now they're going to call a timeout. They're going to stop the clock with 5:16. With 5:16 left to play in the first half, Pittsford calls timeout, leading 14-7 over the Webster Schroeder Warriors. You're watching the ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week on the ROC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Steve Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. Our best values are available right now at Ralph Honda.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Hey fans, Bob Johnson's goal is to give you the best deal on the best new or used vehicle possible. If you're not sure what you're looking for in a new car, truck, or SUV, stop by and talk with our expert sales team, and they'll help you figure out which model fits your needs and requirements best. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. Man, we've got a barn burner going, a veritable slobber knocker here, as JR would call it. With 5:16 left to play, it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Panthers from their own 30-yard line. Looks like we've got some movement going on. And as I said, they swapped turnovers for 6 straight possessions. And it's going to be a false start against Pittsford. So Pittsford shooting themselves in the foot just a little bit. That'll push them back a fin, and that'll bring up 3rd and 16 from the 24.5, 25-yard line. We'll call it the 25. So Pittsford jumped out to a 14-0 lead, and then Schroeder put one down. Here's Lothar going long down the right-hand side, has a man, and it looks like it's going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off. It's going to be knocked down by number 4, Jack Van Anen, and that is going to... All right, so Clyde Williams in on the stop for Pittsford, and that with 5:06 left to play is going to give Webster Schroeder an opportunity to knot things up at 14, and they will start from their own 30-yard line. So another INT. Lothar let that thing hang out, and his intended receiver was double coverage and did not have a good look. And I will tell you that the front line didn't. It's not like they didn't do their job, but Lothar had a lot of time to air it out. It just didn't get to where it needed to go. 5:06 left to play, 14-7. Up the middle. Good for a couple yards. Brought down by a host of Panthers. And it looked like Xavier Morales on the run for the Webster Schroeder Warriors. Now, we've seen them bring several different running backs, several different backs. And you can see the Pittsford coaches coaching up the players on the bench there. And like I say, it's in my estimation, it's not that he didn't have the time. He just didn't give it enough arm. And again, didn't throw it into the best coverage. But it is what it is, as they say in sports. Here's Morales with the handoff off the end. Oh, and he's met hard right around the 35-yard line. Sampson again. That kid is everywhere. Ryan Sampson. Now, it looks like he has taken the Mad Dog advice, which is find the ball, get to the ball, and lay out whoever has the ball. 4:20 left to play. Defensive coach Schumann talking up the line out there on the bench, as you could see earlier. 4:20 left to play. I'll tell you, this has turned into a great back-and-forth battle here, and then penalty is going to go against the Warriors, and that will push it back. Holding against Webster Schroeder. Referees keeping it nice and tight. Let's set the table for you. 4:20 left to play in the first half. Brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, LattimorePT.com. 14-7, Pittsford leads. Man in motion. Deere looking down the left-hand side. Has a man downfield. He's got Tyron Harrell around the 35. He's up to the 40. He's dragging bodies, and he is ball is loose. Ball is loose. It's out of Harrell's hands, and it's going to go to Pittsford. It's going to go to Pittsford. So another turnover. Another turnover. Max Murphy in on the fumble recovery, number 17. 3:58 left to go, and that will set up Pittsford in good territory. So Webster Schroeder unable to knock that down, and they are going to set up at the Webster Schroeder 40. Here is Lothar. He's got a man in motion from near to far, or far to near, I should say. Handoff, off tackle, off the left-hand side. That's Isaiah Cotton on the carry. Clock continues to run, now down to 3:45. And you can see that front line taking to heart what they were just told. Opening up a nice hole over on the left-hand side for Cotton to pick up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now for the Panthers. Man in motion is Clyde Williams from near to far. Again, Cotton on the carry up the middle. Or that was Levante Bonds, my bad. Number 58, and that is Austin Riesenberger in on the stop. Also in on there was Mason Mascari, the junior. That'll move it down to about right at the 35, and that'll make it 3rd and 5. Man, a lot of turnovers. Let's see if Pittsford can take advantage here, leading 14-7. Handoff on the sweep goes to Clyde Williams. Looks like he's going to be brought down by Tyron Harrell. It looks like he might have picked up a yard or two. It'll bring up 4th and 4. With 2:45 left to play here in the first. Half, that is. Brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy at LattimorePT.com. And remember, folks, Lattimore has 2 T's, Lattimore. Pittsford, pivotal 4th down. Coming over to the side to the big guy. And nice one-handed grab right around the 30. And there you can see it. There you see it, fans. They are shaking the camera here, man. When they get going in the stands. Oh, the pass is ruled incomplete. Pass was ruled incomplete, so it'll be our first turnover on downs. I'll tell you, that was a great effort, though. Great effort. And it'll bring up Webster Schroeder 1st down from the 34. So Webster Schroeder 1st and 10 from their own 34 with 2:13. So we'll see how well Coach Stump and his coaching staff are at clock management. Morales on the carry. And Sampson again in on the stop. Morales and Sampson, these two going at it. Like I say, when that camera gets shaken, it's because they have the place hopping here at Ordway Field. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Webster Schroeder. Morales up the middle off tackle. Sampson once again, the Morales and Sampson show. I don't know, might have given him a half a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 4 with 1:25 left to play from the 37. Trips over on the far side. Morales in motion this way to give him a screen out. Deere looking hot route over the middle all day long, going to Ethan Fame. Ethan Fame was the hot route the entire way there in my estimation, but that incompletion will bring up 4th down, and it'll stop the clock at 1:08. So after 2 straight punts, one by Schroeder, one by Pittsford, we've had 1, 2. Oh, well, we had a couple turnovers, a touchdown, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 straight turnovers between the two. So Webster Schroeder set the punt for the 2nd time here tonight with 1:08 left to play. Oh, almost got a piece of it. Liam Bell lets it go. It's going to land and roll down into Pittsford territory right about the 44, 45 yard line with 58.1 left to play. Pittsford leading 14-7, and will now set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Murphy doing the scoring for Pittsford, one on a 45-yard pick six, and then one on a 1-yard run that capped off a 19-yard drive after a turnover. So with 58.1, it looks like Pittsford is going to call a timeout. So that clock has already been stopped, but it'll be halted at 58.1. And like I say, we're going to stay right here. Now, like I say, of note, I alluded to it at the beginning, and I'll talk about it here. Last year, Pittsford started 0-2, and then they beat Webster Schroeder to go on a 7-game run. They finished 7-3, 6-game run. So Rock Sports Network is excited to present Dan Borello Overtime, another new weekly sports show here on The Rock. You've enjoyed his daily podcast. Now he's working overtime on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Watch the live stream each week throughout the year featuring special guest hosts from the local sports scene. And for all of you Syracuse Orange football fans, tune into the Rock Sports Network Facebook page Monday nights at 8 for the all-new Ozone football show. 58.1 left to play here in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 44. Lothar drops back, screen pass, has a man at the 44, and looks like it's only going to be good for a yard or two. Looks like it's going to be complete to Isaiah Cotton. And looked like Matt Lippa in on the stop. And here is the quick snap set up real quick. Lothar with Isaiah Cotton, a single setback. Twin receivers both sides. Play action is going to go over to the far side. Looks like it's going to go to Birmingham. And he's going to get across midfield into the Schroeder Warriors territory. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 47. So now we've got the clock stopped at 16.9, and it looks like Pittsford is going to use their final timeout. Now Schroeder has all three of theirs, but Pittsford is going to stop the clock at 16.9. Once again, want to thank you all for joining us here on the Rock Sports Network. At Lattimore, their physical therapists enjoy the work that they do and bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. LattimorePT.com, LATTIMORE. So I'll tell you, we're about halfway. We're halfway through the season here in Section 5. This is Class AA. This is the first time that Webster Schroeder's been back in AA for a while. They got eliminated by Canandaigua in a game that I broadcast on Chosen Spot Radio last year in the sectionals. I'll be at Canandaigua and Spencerport tomorrow here with 16.9. Reverse coming back the other way. And it's going to eat up a lot of clock, but he's going to get out of bounds. Nice job by Isaiah Cotton to get out of bounds. Got well into Schroeder territory. It looks like maybe down to the 40, 41 with an 8.4. So it did eat up a little bit of clock, but Cotton was able to get out of bounds. Now they're set up on the near hash mark. Lothar with Cotton, the single setback. Full house on the far side. Lothar drops back, looks left, shakes it off, goes right, goes down to the corner. It's going to be out of bounds, though. Would have been incomplete. Intended for Egypt El Amin, but Jack Van Anen in on the coverage. It would have been out of bounds anyway if Egypt was able to get to that. Now that incompletion will stop the clock with 2.0 left to play. 2 seconds left to play. 2nd and 10 from the 41 for Pittsford. Looks like we are going to have a whistle. And it looks like the Schroeder Warriors are going to call timeout. They're going to get together and talk about their defensive coverage. So there you hear the Pittsford faithful making a bunch of noise. So to expound on that Ozone football show regarding Syracuse football, got Brendan McDaniels and SU football alum Andre Fontanet, great wide receiver, and Jamil Dumas, and they'll share their expert insight from both sides of the ball. Now there you can see the student section here at Pittsford, Sutherland, and Mendon being led by some students making a bunch of noise. Good job, Gary Sadak, on the camera and production as well. So as I say, we're halfway through the season, and I will be on the air, ChosenSpotRadio.com tomorrow with Spencer Port, who's 3-0, and Canandaigua 2-1. The Braves looking to seize a little bit of momentum now. They've got their sophomore Brian Boldrin in at quarterback. 2.0 left to play. Last play. Here is Lothar. He's going to get rolled out. He's going to the far corner, and it's going to air it out, and it's going to get picked off. It will be picked off in the end zone, brought out, but time will expire. And Egypt Alamin was the intended receiver, and it was picked off by Tyron Harrell. And Sampson in there as well. So Sampson actually having a great game defensively for Sampson, one of the intended receivers, I should say. So time has expired here on the first half. We're going to step aside, take a little bit of a break, and just when the second half will start, we will rejoin you. So at the half, that was brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Rehab, the Pittsford Panthers lead the Webster Schroeder Warriors 14-7 here in the Section 5 Class AA high school football game of the week here on the ROC Sports Network.
Each moment of glory contains passion, knowledge, and teamwork. As a community of learning, we transform each moment into an opportunity to aspire to great things, to engage our minds in new ways, and to excel in today's endeavors and those yet to come. This community of learning is the College at Brockport, ranked high nationally for quality and value. The College at Brockport. Pursue something greater.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Hi, I'm Steve Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. Our best values are available right now at Ralph Honda.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Hey, fans, every Tuesday is Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's. Just $7.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers. On top of home fries and mac salad, loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday, every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. We're back, fans. Second half brought to you by Bill Gray's Restaurants. I'll tell you, we've got a good one going, a barn burner here in Class AA between the host Pittsford Panthers. It's homecoming for the Panthers and the Webster Schroeder Warriors. Now, I want to give a shout-out to everybody watching and commenting on our Facebook page. And, hey, everybody out there, do me a favor who's watching and commenting. Comment where you're watching from. What are you watching on? A laptop? You watching on your phone, an iPad? Tell us where you're watching and what you're watching on so we can gather a little bit of data, see how far our signal is reaching, see how far away people are watching. So as I say, the Pittsburgh Panthers lead the Webster Schroeder Warriors 14-7. And Pittsburgh will have the ball first here as we get the second half underway, brought to you by Bill Gray's Restaurants. And loose ball picked up at the 20. It is loose. And I'll tell you, they have been trading back and forth, on and off with the turnovers. So the Victor Snow in on the stop for the Webster Schroeder Warriors. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, clinging to a 14-7 lead. 4 12-minute quarters, so we have a fresh 12 up on the board. As I say, they will be starting off at their own 20. Now, Lothar and Deere having a pretty good game thus far this season. Single wide out on the near side. Here is the handoff up the gut. He's got a big hole. Oh, the ball is loose. It's on the ground. And it is going to go to Webster Schroeder. Caleb Arena on the carry. Ball was picked up by Darius Johnson, and just like that, first play is a fumble on the return. So let's see what Webster Schroeder has in store here with 11:50 left to go in the third quarter. Again, brought to you by the second half, brought to you by Bill Gray's Restaurants. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. 1st and 10 for Webster Schroeder from the Pittsford 38-yard line. Great field position here for the Warriors. Here is Deere. Singer set back is Morales. He gets the handoff off guard right up the middle. He's going to pick up a handful. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards, so it'll bring down. All right, they're going to get him 4, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6. Brought down by Murphy, Max Murphy. Murphy earlier had the scoop and run back. I thought it was a pick 6. It was a scoop. I'm calling it the immaculate interception. Ball over to the far side. That's Travis Deere to Tyron Harold. In on the stop was Nick Sanko. Sanko in on the stop, and that'll be a first down for Schroeder. Again, Schroeder with great field position. Starting off at the 38. Already picked up the first down, and there you go. Again, folks, that's not Gary's nerves. He's not up here scared. That's just them shaking the student section. The student section is shaking the house. And the misdirection comes over here to Morales. Xavier Morales is carrying the load right now pretty much for the Warriors, tripped up by Josh Robinson, the senior. 10:30 left to play here, and Webster Schroeder trying to knot this thing up here, at least bring it to within a point with a touchdown. 2nd and 9. Deere in, single setback Morales. He gets the handoff, and he is going to get down inside the 20. So he is down into the red zone. And the red zone, in case you don't know, is anything inside the 20 on offense. He does get it down to the 19. So with that 4-yard gain, it'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Webster Schroeder. 9:55 left to play in the third. Pittsford leading 14-7. One more time, big shout out to everybody on the Facebook page, Rock Sports Network. Drop us some love. Tell us where you're watching from. And tell us what you're watching on. Here is the handoff coming this way to Caden Leonard. Leonard is going to spin down inside the 15. And looks like he is going to be close to first down yardage. And he will get the first down. He does get the first down. And Ryan Sampson in. I'll tell you what, Ryan Sampson having a fantastic game defensively for Pittsford. He's been in on everything, that linebacker. Like I said, I call it the Mad Dog rules. My son, Matthew the Mad Dog, asked me how he can be a better linebacker. I said 3 things: find the ball, get to it, and lay out who has it. Here's Deer, looking right. Looking for Fame in the corner. Lets it go. Fame on the comeback route, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice job on the coverage down there by Levante Bonds. You could, if you remember back in the first half, Fame had one right at midfield go right through his hands. I don't know if he would have gone to the house, but he certainly would have got a major chunk of yardage if he was able to make that catch. And then Deer came right back to him on the next set. So the no-huddle, hand signal offense, and I'm a proponent of that. I'm a fan of that. It keeps the quarterback from running an extra 20, 30 yards. Here's the handoff to Caden Leonard up the middle. Leonard's going to get down to about the 10. Tackled down there by Andrew Bonani, the junior. That's the first time we've been able to holler out Andrew's name here tonight. And again, what I'm talking about is a lot of teams utilize the system where they have the quarterback run or go over, get the play, and then run it back. And depending upon where the ball is marked, on the near hash mark, it's not as far. But on the far hash mark, you've got to go a long way. Trip set on the far side. Deer with the misdirection. Goes to Caden Leonard, and Caden Leonard is in. 10-yard touchdown run by Webster Schroeder. And we have a 1-point game going now with 8:20 left to go. 38-yard touchdown drive off of the kickoff return fumble comes at 8:20. Caden Leonard with a nice little 10-yard run. And now the PAT attempt, the snap, it's down, it's up. And we are knotted up at 14. We're knotted up at 14 with 8:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Break. So we're going to step aside, raise a little bit of revenue. You are watching the Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Only $7.99 for a Bill Gray's Great Plate every Tuesday.
Hi, I'm Zach Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. We're family-owned, family-run, 3 generations strong.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Thanks, Rolex, you the man. All right, welcome back, fans. With 8:20 left to play here in the third quarter, we're knotted up at 14. The Webster Schroeder Warriors are able to capitalize on the fumble on the kickoff return and go 38 yards and cap it off with a Caden Leonard 10-yard run. The PAT was good, and we are knotted up at 14. Introducing the all-new Bill Gray's Tap Rooms in Chili, Paul Plaza in Chili, North Greece Road in Greece, and the Port of Rochester in Charlotte. World's greatest cheeseburgers, half-price shakes every day from 2:30 to 4:40 in a family-friendly atmosphere. Gimme Bill Gray's. Here is the kickoff, fielded at the 17. Nice run back over on the right-hand side. He's got room to run. He's down all the way down to the Webster Schroeder Warrior 34-yard line. What a run back by Clyde Williams for Pittsburgh. That was about a 55-yard run back. Huge run there by Clyde Williams. Finally brought down by Ethan Fame. Ethan Fame ran him down from behind. Like I say, about a 55-yard run back. So with 8:10 left to go, man, that puts Pittsford in great field position. 14-14, what a battle going on here. Pittsford will start from the Webster Schroeder 40-yard line. Handoff goes the other way to Levante Bonds. And he's going to be upended by Caden Leonard. 8 minutes left to play here. 14-14. Man, what a run back. What a run back by Clyde Williams. Gives Pittsford great field position. Picked up a couple yards. And that will bring up 2nd and 8. Here is the handoff on the near side to Bonds. He's got room to run. He's got green. He's finally going to be brought down out of bounds by Tyron Harrell, but not before he is able to get a first down for the Panthers. Levante Bonds, the senior, got to the corner, hit the edge, turned it up, and brought it down to the 22. 1st and 10, Pittsford. Handoff once again, Bonds off the left-hand side. Looks like he's going to pick up a couple yards. Or to Isaiah Cotton, brought down by Jack Weston and Mason Mascari. 7:15 left to go here in the third quarter. That'll bring down bring about 2nd and a long 5. We'll call it 6. From the 18-yard line. 7 minutes even left to go. Pittsford trying to answer back. Here is the handoff, left-hand side. Plenty of room to run down inside the 5-yard line. But Isaiah Cotton on that run. Looks like we have a flag right back here at the 15. And 99.9% chance that's going to be a hold, and it will come back. And it is going to be a hold against Pittsford. 99.99% of the time, that is going to be the result of a hold. The flag is the result of the hold. Great run by Cotton, but may have been the result. So that will be a 10-yard spot foul, and that will back him up to the 25. So to bring up 2nd and 13 now for the Pittsburgh Panthers with 6:52 left to play. Knotted up at 14s. 14-14. Halfway through the Section 5 football season. ROC Sports Network, Section 5 high school football game of the week. Coming at you live here on the ROC. 6:36 left to play. Handoff. Levante Bonds sidesteps, moves laterally, and then is eventually brought down by Darius Johnson. Initial contact was Tyron Harrell. Slowed him down just a little bit, forced him to do a little bit of move there, and then Darian Johnson put the lick on him. And I'll bring up 3rd and 11 now for Pittsford. From about the 23. Handoff. Levante Bond sidesteps. He's going to be brought down over on the far side by Caden Leonard. Caden Leonard with a nice tackle. Good pursuit, way to move laterally and put the stop. That's what you call an angle stop right there. Caden Leonard had to step up from the linebacker position. Actually, Leonard, free safety over on the far side. One of the safeties had to step up and make that stop. So that just tells me he's either super fast or that play took long enough to develop. Walther going downfield, has a man right around the first down marker, and what an effort. What an effort by Clyde Williams. But it looks like we do have another flag down on the play. Boy, I'll tell you what, Clyde Williams did a great job of the yards after catch to get that first down. It's going to be a false start, and it's going to go against Pittsford, so that will negate the play. That'll negate the play. The clock has stopped at 5:17. 14-14. So I think, well, let's see what we've got going on here. All right, first they're measuring for the first down. So let's see what we have here. They're measuring for the first down over on the far side. Clock has been stopped at 5:17. And looks like he's going to come up just short and inches. So it'll be 4th and inches, and they are going to decline the penalty, and it'll be first down Webster Schroeder. So Webster Schroeder is going to take over on down. So they declined the penalty after they found out that they did not have the first down. So a turnover on down. So that will bring up first, and we'll go with 1st and 10 from the 13. With 5:17 left to play. So it didn't negate the play, but they came up short on the first down, and then Webster Schroeder declined, and will just get the ball from their own 13. So with 5:17 left to play, it will be 1st and 10, Webster Schroeder from the 13. Webster Schroeder looking to take their first lead of the game on this drive. Handoff over to the left-hand side. Nothing doing for Xavier Morales over on the left-hand side. Brought down by Ryan Sampson. And again, if I'll tell you, if I had to pick just a defensive player of the game, it would be Ryan Sampson. Man, this dude's been in on everything. Find the ball, get to it, lay out whoever has it. Friday night lights here at Ordway Field. Homecoming for the Pittsford Panthers. Combination of Pittsford Mendon and Pittsford Sutherland. Coming at you live from Pittsford Sutherland. The place is packed, stacked, jacked, and rocking. Here's Deere going long over to the left-hand side. He's got a man. He's gone. And can he get him? He's got one man to beat. And that is going to be a touchdown for Jack Von Annen. An 87-yard touchdown pass. 87-yard touchdown pass from Deere to Van Annen is good. And that is going to give Webster Schroeder their first lead of the night after going down 14-0 early on. Have come back. Man, that thing was aired out. And I'll tell you, Van Annen had at least 2-3 steps on his defender. Man, 87-yard TD pass. All right, here is the PAT attempt. The snap, it's down, it's up, and it's good for Brian Helbig. Helbig's PAT is good. So with 4:29 left to play in the third quarter, Webster Schroeder is going to take their first lead of the game and now lead 21-14. You are watching the Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on the ROC Sports Network.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, Bill Gray's.
Announcing the 2019 final closeout at Bob Johnson. Lease a brand new Chevy Equinox for just $218 a month. That's $218 a month for a brand new Equinox. Come to Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
All right, fans, capping off an 87-yard touchdown pass from the line of scrimmage and gives Webster Schroeder their first lead of the game. Deere to Van Annen, 87 yards, and Webster Schroeder now leads 21-14. Here is a squib kick, a worm burner, and it is going to be picked up by an up man right around the 25. It's loose. It's loose over on the far side. And the signal is Webster Schroeder. Webster Schroeder is going to pick up the ball on the. We've got somebody down, though. We've got one of the players down for Webster Schroeder. that is going to be Matthew Lippa, the senior. So we're going to step aside. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching the ROC Sports Network Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week here on the ROC Sports Network.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Hi, I'm Steve Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. Our best values are available right now at Ralph Honda.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
The Bill Gray's Chai Light Tap Room, now open.
Bill Gray's.
Hey fans, Rochester Chevy owners know Bob Johnson Chevrolet is the place to bring your vehicle for all of your service needs. Their ASE certified technicians can take care of everything from routine oil changes and tire rotations to full system overhauls. Check out their online service specials, then make your appointment today. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. All right, so being helped off of the field after that timeout, after that break, number 54, Matthew Lippa. Let me set the table for you. 4:24 left to play, 21-14. Webster Schroeder took their first lead of the game on an 87-yard touchdown pass and now are in great field position at the 26 after the kickoff fumble by Pittsford. Another one, and let's see if they can add to that. Here is Deere looking down the sideline. He's got a man. Well, he had a man. He had Victor Snow, but might have been a little bit of confusion there because Victor Snow was kind of angling in towards the goalpost, but the pass was over here towards a flag route. So with 4:19 left to play here in the third, Snow actually had a couple steps on his man, and if that was put where it needed to be, we definitely would have seen another 6. But right now, as I said, after Pittsford came out and established themselves early on, have been bitten by the turnover bug. Here is Deere. Single setback is Morales. He gets the counter going to the left-hand side. He's going to get down inside the 20. So Webster Schroeder in the red zone. Morales tackled by Nick Sanko. 4 minutes left to play here now in the third quarter. Third quarter, all Webster Schroeder thus far. Leonard on a 10-yard run, capped off a 38-yard drive after a kickoff fumble, return fumble, and then another return Van Anen, 87-yard touchdown pass, and now they're working on another one. Here is Morales, run up the middle. Morales on the run again, taken down by Andrew Bonani. 3:30 left to go here now in the third quarter. Webster Schroeder has a pivotal fourth down decision here, 4th and 2. From the 19-yard line for the Warriors. Every time I say the name the Warriors, all I can think about is the movie. Gary, did you like that movie, The Warriors? You ever see it? All right, great movie. Come out to play, and we are playing here today with 3 minutes left to go at Ordway Field on the campus of Pittsford Sutherland. It's homecoming, and Webster Schroeder is going to call timeout. So with 2:58 left to play, I'll tell you one more time about Bill Gray's. Every Tuesday is Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's. Just $7.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday, every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. And then, of course, be sure to check out The Rock on rocksportsnetwork.com, where you'll be able to watch tonight's game and all of our games and sports shows this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. RockSportsNetwork.com, Rochester's only local sports channel. Also, one more time for all of you Syracuse Orange football fans, tune into the Rock Sports Network Facebook page right here on Mondays at 8 o'clock for the all-new Ozone Football Show. Hosts Brendan McDaniels, along with SU football alum Andre Fontenette and Jamil Dumas, will share their expert insight from both sides of the ball. And one more time, fans, you're watching on Facebook, comment. Let us know where you're watching from and how you're watching, what you're watching on, what kind of device. We appreciate it. 4th and 2 from the 18. Pivotal conversion attempt here. Here's the handoff up the middle by Darian Johnson. And Darian Johnson is going to find a hole, and he's going to go for 18 yards. And just like that, Webster Schroeder is going to score their 4th straight touchdown in a row. This one's going to come at 2:52. Darius Johnson is going to go for 18 yards, and he is going to cap off the 26-yard touchdown drive. And they are once again going to capitalize on a kickoff miscue by Pittsford and take a 27-13 lead with 2:52 left to go. And the Helbig's PAT is up, it's in, and just like that, we've got a 28-14 lead for Webster Schroeder over the Pittsburgh Panthers. We're going to step aside, take a break. You're watching the Rock Sports Network, Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network.
Each moment of glory contains passion, knowledge, and teamwork. As a community of learning, we transform each moment into an opportunity to aspire to great things, to engage our minds in new ways, and to excel in today's endeavors and those yet to come. This community of learning is the College at Brockport, ranked high nationally for quality and value. The College at Brockport. Pursue something greater.
Throw that out there. All right, fans, welcome back. And I can't say enough about our sponsors, and I've got to throw it out there. I've got to ask you, please, when you go to these sponsors, when you go to their social medias, when you give them a call, when you go to their businesses, please let them know that you saw their ad, you heard their ad here on Rock Sports Network, and then that way they'll know that it's money well spent. They'll continue to do it, and we will continue to be able to bring you great games like this one here between the Pittsford Panthers and the Webster Schroeder Warriors. Here is the Warriors kickoff, and it's going to come all the way back up to the 35. Clyde Williams on the return will get it all the way back up here to the 36-yard line. And Pittsford, they need that. They need some good field position here to try and, slow the momentum a little bit. Wali Waheed in on the stop for the Webster Schroeder Warriors. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Pittsford from their own 36-yard line. So with 2:44 left to play, the Webster Schroeder Warriors, after trailing 14-0, have scored 4 straight and have made it 28-14. So Pittsford, with 2:44 left to go here in the third quarter, they've got to answer. I think they've got to set something up here. Mostly everybody, a lot of people in the box. Here's the man in motion. That was Clyde Williams. And here's a run right up the middle. Going to come down to, that would be Levante Bonds. He is going to come up the middle, and he is going to get up to the 45. Up to the 45 yards, or 45-yard line, I should say. 9-yard run, 2nd and 1. And the hurry-up offense in the quick huddle, or no huddle, I should say, in the quick setup. Here's a swing pass over here to Clyde Williams. And he's going to go across midfield, and he's going to get into Schroeder territory, tackled by Darius Johnson and Jack Weston. And that will move the chains. 1st down, Pittsford in Schroeder territory at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Pittsford. They've got to continue to move the ball. They have to get into, I just think they have to get into the end zone here to just try and gain a little bit of momentum. Handoff to Levante Bonds, and he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage, tripped up there by Mason Mascari. 1:45 left to play now here in the third quarter. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 after the no gainer. 3 down linemen for Webster Schroeder. And got a reverse coming over to the near side, read well by Webster Schroeder. Darius Johnson, also number 33, Ryan Bonaski, in on the stop. 1:20 left to play now. And going to be thrown for about a 5-yard loss. So it'll bring up 3rd and 15. Pittsford now back in their own territory at their own 46. Right there by the circle, around the night. Coming at you from Pittsford, Sutherland. 3 down linemen, 3-4 defense. Here comes the blitz. Picked up nicely. And down the sideline. Incomplete pass. The deflection is going to be picked off by Tyron Harrell. And Tyron Harrell is going to get back across midfield. And he's going to come all the way down to the 40-yard line. We've got a flag, 40-yard interception and run back. But we've got a flag on the play. So we'll wait and see what that is. But the clock has stopped with 41.6 left to play here in the third. 28-14. Interception by Tyron Harrell after the deflection. Bounced off the intended receiver's hands. I mean, it was catchable. It was kind of where it had to be. It was in the neighborhood. And when you're trailing by 2 touchdowns, you gotta, if you can get your hand on it, you gotta make that catch. So pass interference. So Pittsford, instead of the interception and looking at trying to keep Webster Schroeder from scoring their 5th straight goal, they're going to walk off 15 yards. If it's from the line of scrimmage, that will definitely be an automatic first down. So let's see what happens here with 41.6 left to go. Pass interference. Man, what a battle. Introducing the all-new Bill Gray's Tap Rooms in Chilai, Paul Plaza in Chilai, North Greece Road in Greece, and the Port of Rochester in Charlotte. For the world's greatest cheeseburgers, half-price shakes every day from 2:30 to 4:40 in a family-friendly atmosphere. Gimme Bill Gray's, and that will be a first down for Pittsford. So again, instead of facing a 40-yard interception and run back and trying to keep Webster Schroeder from knocking down their 5th straight goal, they've got 1st and 10 in Webster Schroeder territory. Here is a pass. Lothar airs it out. Oh, man, intended for Birmingham. Broken up nicely there by Jack Von Annen. Stops the clock at 36.7 with Webster Schroeder up 28-14. I mean, that ball was right where it had to be. Just great coverage by Webster Schroeder, by the Warriors. 36.7. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Handoff up the middle. Isaiah Cotton on the run. And stopped by Travis. Oh, what do we got? Oh, Bagnashi there. 20 seconds. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Pittsford. Let's see if they get a playoff, if they're just going to be content to let time wind down. And it does look like they are going to let time expire here in the third. Lothar is not going to be able to get back in and run it. Oh, is he going to get in and run a play? And it looks like time will expire. So time will expire. So with the break between the third and the fourth, the Webster Schroeder Warriors have scored 4 straight, now lead 28-14 over the Pittsburgh Panthers. You are watching the Rock Sports Network Section 5 High School Game of the Week here on the Rock Sports Network.
But hot off the grill's not the only place. See what you miss
sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
All right, fans, welcome back in. It's final frame time here from Ordway Field on the campus of Pittsford Sutherland. It's homecoming for Pittsburgh. And they trail 28-14. They now have the ball with the fresh 12 going down the right-hand side. It's going to be complete down inside the red zone to Clyde Williams. Clyde Williams, and in on the stopper, Caden Leonard and Darius Johnson. So Pittsford, after starting at the 36, ended up throwing the ball away, and then a 55-yard run back, which was negated. First and 10 goes to Levante Bonds. He gets to the edge. He's going to turn it up, and he is going to pick up a handful of yards. Down inside the 15, down to about the 11, the 12, down to the 12. Weston on the stop, the senior for Webster Schroeder. So to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Handoff on the counter goes to Bonds, but he's met right at the line of scrimmage by number 58, and that is Austin Riesenberger, the senior. Clock continues to run with 11 minutes left to play here in the final frame. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Gimme Bill Gray's. Man, I have to swing by one of those Bill Gray's taps rooms in Chilai, North Greece, and Charlotte. Lothar airs it out. Has a man downfield. Pretty close to first down territory, down to Birmingham. Tommy Birmingham with Johnson in on the stop. Man, very, very close to the first down yard. Now, if you look over there and you see the box placement, inches. We're talking inches, 6 inches. So that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth and very short from the 8-yard line. Everybody's packed in, stacked in, everybody in the box. Everybody, handoff up the middle. And Caleb Arena still pumping, and he's going to fall down, and he's going to get the touchdown. Caleb Arena is going to put it in for the 8-yard run by Caleb Arena. Caleb Arena puts Pittsburgh on the board for the first time since 11:31 left to play in the second. This one comes at 9:58, and it's going to cap off a 64-yard touchdown drive. 64-yard touchdown drive. They capitalized on that miscue, that penalty, the pass interference. Here it is. It's down, it's up, and it is good. Hennessy's PAT is going to be good. So with 9:58 left to play, we have a ball game. Webster Schroeder leads Pittsford 28-21. You are watching the Class AA Section 5 high school football game of the week here on the ROC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Steve Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. Our best values are available right now at Ralph Honda.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Only $7.99 for a Bill Gray's Great Plate every Tuesday.
All right, fans, capping off a 64-yard touchdown drive, an 8-yard run by Caleb Arena. I'll tell you what, he probably got 5 or 6 of those yards all by himself after contact, and Pittsburgh has brought this thing to 28-21 with 9:58 left to play. Man, what a great battle we've got going. Back deep to receive are Jack Von Annen and Victor Snow. Here it is. And it's going to be picked up by the up man right about the 17-yard line by Tyron Harrell. And he's got a little bit of room to run over on the right-hand side. Has a little blocking. And Hennessy's kick picked up, as you heard, by Tyron Harrell. And he is going to get back to the 42-yard line. So about a 25-yard run back will put Webster Schroeder in decent field position. Brought down by Elijah Rockoff. 9:49 left to play. Webster Schroeder will start off at their own 40-yard line. Really good field position. I mean, I wouldn't call it excellent, but I sure will call it great. That is for sure. I mean, only 10 yards to go to midfield. All right, so let's see what happens. We've got trip receivers, a full house on the near side. Over on the far side, a single wide out. That's the short end of the field. And the counter goes to Morales. And Morales is going to get brought down after about a 1 or 2 yard pickup. Brought down by Ryan Sampson for the Pittsburgh Panthers. And that will bring up 2nd and 8 for the Webster Schroeder Warriors from the 42-yard line. Sampson, great game defensively thus far for Pittsford with 9:15 left to play. Again, trip receivers in the spread offense over here on the near side with 9:05. Deere looks over to the right-hand side, and it's going to go to Ethan Fame. Ethan Fame over on the far side is going to pick up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Webster Schroeder Warriors. He stayed inbound, so that will allow the clock to continue to run, which benefits the Warriors more than it benefits the Panthers. One more time, though. Homecoming for Pittsford Sutherland and Pittsford Mendon combine as the Panthers. Deere, trip set on the near side. Morales in motion. Deere, 3-step drop, looks right. Forced out of the pocket, goes downfield. And he's going to have to throw it out of bounds. Throws it out of bounds. And did have 3 receivers over on the near side over here. He did have 3 receivers in double coverage. I think if he was able to throw across his body, he did have 3 guys out here. He had, who's he got out here? He's got Snow, Brandon Pumputis, and Jack Von Annen. And looks like we've got 2nd and 10 with 8:27 left to play. Webster Schroeder in Pittsford territory right now at the 49-yard line. Again, trip receivers over here on the near side. Pumputis, Snow, and Van Annen. And if I am pronouncing Braden Pumputis wrong, that is how I was told to pronounce it. So now we've got an issue with the official. He's going to come over here and get an earful from Coach Malinich. And they're going to have him put 7 seconds back on the clock. They're going to go from 8:18 to 8:25. They're going to throw 7 seconds back on the game clock. Excuse me. So I'll reset the table for you. 8:25 left to play here in the final frame. Webster Schroeder leading 28-21. And at this point, halfway through the season, every single game matters. I know Aquinas and McQuaid are looked at as the class of AA, but these 2 AA combatants are going at it. Handoff up the middle. And nothing doing. Matt at the line of scrimmage. Caden Leonard is going to be tackled by Max Murphy. The Murph and Sampson in there as well. Clock continues to run. 8:05 left to go here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Bill Gray's. Every Tuesday, Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's, $7.99 for a great plate. Every Tuesday. Gimme Bill Gray's. 7:45. It'll bring up 4th and 10. 4th on the board, 3 on the box. So I think we're going to have to see what's going on here. It is 3rd down, 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Looks like we have timeout on the field. So we're going to stay right here and just give another shout out to Bill Grays and Bob Johnson. Their goal is to give you the best deal on the best new or used vehicle possible. If you're not sure what you're looking for in a new car, truck, or SUV, hey, stop by and talk with our expert sales team, and they will help you figure out which model fits your needs and your requirements best. Bob Johnson Chevrolet, Ridge Road West in Greece. Hey, Buffalo football fans, you can tune in to the Rock Sports Network Facebook page at Tuesday nights at 5 p.m. for the Huddle Football Show, where you can get great news, views, and insight on the Buffalo Bills and the rest of the NFL. So you're watching on Facebook. Comment. Who do you think is going to win between the Bills and the Patriots? What do we got here? Inner City on the laptop, Robert. All right. Nicole, she's in Brockport. Hey, DJ, out in Elmira. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. Appreciate that very much. Nicole says, yeah. All right. I like that, Nicole. Let's party. All right. So appreciate that. Like everybody tuning in. DJ, all the way down in Elmira. That's a good dude right there. That's a good dude. He's helped me out a lot. I know that. But 7:37 left to play. Final frame, 28-21. Webster Schroeder, 3rd and 10. Deere, swing pass over to Leonard, and he is going to get met right as he gets the ball, as the ball gets to him. And in on the coverage was broken up by Caleb Arena. Caleb Arena broke that up. Man, that was a great play by Arena, and that will bring up a 4th and 10 for Webster Schroeder. Look at Tim. Tim Stonecker thinks the Bills are going to win. Tim is one of those marathon guys. He likes to run for some reason. Only running I do is running to the fridge, as you can tell. 4th and 10, and it'll be a quick punt, quick kick by Webster Schroeder, and it'll go out of bounds over on the far side right around the 31. So the Warriors, it's been a while since they have punted. Their last punt was second quarter in the first half. So that stops the clock with 7:27 left to play. Let's see where Pittsford is going to set up shop. They'll set up right at their own 30-yard line, trailing 28-21. A lot of time to go 70 yards. No question about that. Looking to defend the homecoming home turf. This place is packed. No question about that. Once again, want to thank everybody for joining us here on Rock Sports Network. You are the reason we do this, and the sponsors are the means by which we are able to. Lothar in the shotgun. Here comes the jet sweep. Hands off to Clyde Williams. He's got room to run up the middle, and he's got one more to beat. And that might have been a touchdown saving tackle by Tyron Harrell. About a 38, 39-yard run there by Williams. And the clock continues to run. That was a huge, huge hole up the middle that Williams was able to hit. And Harrell may have saved a touchdown because Williams had paid the bill and was looking to check out. 7 minutes left to play. Pass is complete to Birmingham. And Birmingham is going to pick up another first down for Pittsford. Now, the only problem with moving the ball this quickly is if they do get in, that's going to leave Schroeder plenty of time to come back down the other way. But let's see what Pittsford can make work here with 6:45 left to play. Homecoming looking to defend the turf. Man in motion. We had Clyde Williams in motion on the sweep. But just before the play, Pittsford is going to call timeout and stop the clock at 6:39. So with 6:39 left to play, let's go. Emily Forth wants Tim, number 64. Let's go. I like that. Go Panthers, Marla Tolly Kane. And Emily, I can't see what Emily said. Gary, scroll that up a little bit. I can't see what she said. But gimme, that's right. Gimme, Bill Grays. I like that very much. I love that everybody's Ooh, watching all the way from D.C. Katie Forth watching down in the capital city. Let's go Pittsford from Emily. All right, Andre Fontenette just joined us. And if you recall, I was talking about him just a minute ago. He is on the Ozone Football Show. So Andre, one of the premier wide receivers for Syracuse back in the day. Want to thank Andre. Andre, who's going to win Sunday? Who's going to win between the Bills and the Patriots? I'd ask you who's going to win between the Dolphins, whoever they play, but I think that's already cast in stone for the rest of the season. But Andre Fontenette is on, as I said, the Ozone Football Show, live on Rock Sports Network Facebook page. 6:39 left to play. And here is the handoff to Levante Bond. He has room to run up the middle, and he's going to get down inside the 15, all the way down to the 12-yard line. Clock continues to run. Riesenberger on the stop. So Levante breaks one off for 8 yards and gets it down to the 12-yard line. 2nd and 2. Williams in motion. Handoff, right-hand side, trying to get to the flag, and he is going to get forced out of bounds. Oh, and we have a late flag, and usually Jack Weston on the stop, and that'll bring up a 1st and goal, but let's keep an eye on what that flag is. Usually in that area, we're going to be looking at some kind of late hit. We have to look and see if Weston rode him a little too far out of bounds. And it is going to be a personal foul. So that'll go against Webster Schroeder. That'll be half the distance to the goal. And it will be 1st and goal. Now, did Andre chime in about who he thinks is going to win yet? Oh, Emily is watching all the way from Delaware. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate that. McQuaid beat Rush Henrietta 28-7. All right, here it is up the middle, and it's good. And Pittsford is going to, make it a 1-point game. A 1-point game. What yard were they on, Matt? Okay, so a 1-yard run. Isaiah Cotton on the touchdown for Pittsburgh, a 1-yard run. And let's see if Hennessy can knock down this PAT and tie this thing up. And we are knotted up at 28 with 5:57 left to play. With 5:57 left to play, they cap off a 70-yard touchdown drive with a Cotton 1-yard run, and we're knotted up at 28-28. I tell you, what a fantastic battle. I'm telling you, if any of you are wrestling fans, you know this reference. Jim Ross would call this a slobber knocker. Take a look at those cheerleaders. And this place, like I said, is stacked, packed, and jacked to the rafters. To the rafters. Gorilla Monsoon would say literally packed to the rafters, although there aren't any. But I don't know if you know this or not. Gorilla Monsoon was from Rochester. Did you know that, Gary? Yeah, all right. Gary Sadak on production and the camera crew. Man, 28-28. Now, the only problem with scoring as fast as they did, that is going to allow Webster Schroeder 5:57 left to try and come down and make something happen. So let's see who is back deep to receive Hennessy's drive, and it's going to be number 1, Victor Snow. Over on the far side, you've got Ethan Fame. You have to keep an eye on the squib. Nope, it's a kick clear away, and it's going to be picked up right here by Isaiah Cotton. Tyron Harrell. Wrong team, Spaz, man. So he's going to get it back after the stop by Senko. He's going to get it back all the way up around to the 31-yard line. So Webster Schroeder will have a fairly decent field position at the 32, at their own 32. So Pittsford opened up. They got the first 2, and then Webster Schroeder knocked down 4 straight, and they haven't scored since 2:52 left to go in the third. And it's been an all Pittsford fourth quarter here. They've been able to score twice on an 8-yard run by Arena and a 1-yard run by Cotton. So with 5:50 left to play, Webster Schroeder looking to retake the lead. 1-2 Pittsford, 2-1 Webster Schroeder. Swing pass over here to the near side to Harrell. And he's going to come up all the way up to about the 45 before being knocked down by who else? Ryan Sampson. Ryan Sampson, you have been a stud tonight. Ryan Sampson has definitely been a stud, and it looks like we're going to have an official's timeout. Looks like we might have somebody down on the field over here. We're going to take a break. With 5:42 left to play, we're knotted up at 28. The Section 5 high school football game of the week here on the ROC Sports Network.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
What number is it? All right, so with 5:42, that is Tyron Harrell slow to get up, but he does get up and off the field under his own power. So in football, he is going to have to take a play off. But one more time, thank you everybody very much for joining us. Mike Kelly, there you go. Elizabeth Leonard, she's listening in as well. Appreciate it. Let us know where you're listening from, folks, or watching, I should say. 5:35 left to play. Webster Schroeder. Handoff to Darius Johnson up the middle, and on the stop was Pete Noyce, the junior. 32, and that is William Clank, the junior. So a 2-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 8 for Webster Schroeder from their own 47-yard line on the near hash mark. Out wide, you've got Jack Von Annen. He went big earlier on for 87 yards. Also 56. Broke off a 56 and an 87 did Van Annen. Here is Deere. Single setback, Darius Johnson. Play action. Deere going long down the sideline, and he's going to be, almost picked off. Almost picked off on the near side by number 85, Devon Valdez. The intended receiver was Jack Van Annen, and Valdez almost in on the pickoff.
3rd down and 8.
Oh, that's 25. I thought that was an 8. 25, Thomas Keefe. 4:44 left to play. Man, that was almost the final nail in the coffin. Sorry, folks, that was 25. Which is Keefe, not 85. That brings up 3rd and 8. Deere looking down the sideline, throws a bullet over here to Van Annen, and he is in Pittsford territory. And Senko in on the stop for the Panthers. He's going to get down to the 41-yard line of the Pittsford Panthers. 4:38. First and 10 for Webster Schroeder. Up on the board, the Warriors have 1 timeout left, and Pittsford has 2. Here's Deere. Darius Johnson on the handoff. Looks like he's going to break off about 6 yards. And looks like Ryan Sampson, as well as Elijah Colazzo, the sophomore. So that'll bring up 2nd and 3 for Webster Schroeder. Looking to answer. 70-yard touchdown drive, capped off by a 1-yard cotton run by Pittsburgh to tie this game up. Here is Deere, hands off to Johnson, and Johnson is going to get the first down. And it looks like he was brought down by Carter Black. And we've got somebody down.
42, Will Clank.
Oh, nope, Will Clank again. Will Clank, and Darius Johnson slow to get up. So that's going to bring Morales back in. Xavier Morales. Clock continues to wind once again. 3:50 left to play in the final frame of this slobber knocker barn burner. Man, it's a nail biter. Twin sets on both sides. Short side of the field right out in front of us. Schroeder hands off to Morales. Room to run off the end. And does a good job of protecting the ball. He's going to get down to about the 26-yard line. Brought down by Murphy. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 with 3:25 left to play. Yeah, buddy. All right, Tim, listening from Waterloo. Todd Kelman, all right, my man, one of my guys. Exciting game on a beautiful Friday. You're right. Friday night lights here with 3:05 left to go. Pivotal Class AA matchup. All 8 teams will make it, but seeding matters. Here is the quick handoff to Morales, and he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage. He's met behind the line of scrimmage by who else? Ryan Sampson. Ryan Sampson, you are a stud. I know I've said it. I got to say it again. Man, this dude is everywhere. Find it, get to it, lay out whoever has it. 2:30 left to play. Clock continues to run. That'll bring up 3rd and a long 7, short 8. We'll call it 3rd and 8. That's what they got on the board. We'll go with it. From the 27-yard line. Here is Deer in the pistol. Full house on the far side. Single wide out on the near side. And looks like we are going to have timeout. Webster Schroeder is going to burn their final timeout with 2:14 left to play. With a 3rd and 8. Pivotal conversion attempt coming up to get the first down with 2:14. I'll tell you what, 28-28. And not to second guess anybody. You just have to wonder if they should have held on to that timeout a little bit longer. But at the same time, perhaps Coach Stump did not, or he saw something that he didn't like and had to address. But what a great chess match going on between 2 top-notch coaches, and Coach Mike Stump from Schroeder and Keith Malinich from the Pittsford Panthers. One more time, folks. Introducing the all-new Bill Gray's Tap Rooms in Chi-Lai Paul Plaza in Chi-Lai, North Greece Road in Greece, and the Port of Rochester in Charlotte. For the world's greatest cheeseburgers, half-price shakes every day from 2:30 to 4:40 in a family-friendly atmosphere. Gimme Bill Gray's. And one more time, can't thank the sponsors enough. You are why we do it. Sponsors are how we do it. 3rd and 8 for Webster Schroeder. Can they pick up the first and keep the drive going to try and take the lead? Can Pittsford dig in? Roll out, feeling the pressure, screen pass, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Incomplete, feeling the pressure. Bonani bringing the pressure, forces Deer to pass the ball. Did not have the hips set, did not have the hips in the direction of wanting to throw that pass, and it was not complete. Brings up 4th and 8. It's amazing how a game can come down to one play. It's make or break right here, fans. Here's Deer, play action, going to the corner of the far side. It's loose, and I think it's caught. It's caught by Schroeder. Wow, what a fantastic catch over on the far side by Victor Snow. 27-yard catch by Snow. Was initially deflected. Snow went down and caught it while falling on the ground. We are going to have instant replay here. As you can see, airing it out initially, and he's going to catch it falling down. What a great job by Snow, the official right there to see it. Great job by Gary Sadak to show that replay. Man, what a great job by Webster Schroeder. But Pittsford will have time, and the PAT is no good. The PAT is no good. So with 2 minutes left to go, that capped off a 68-yard touchdown drive. It's 34-28. I'm telling you, Hollywood could not script a better crunch time finish than we have taking place right here, right now from Ordway Field. And one more time. That was live. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, It's crunch time here at Ordway Field. Pittsford and Webster Schroeder. Section 5 high school game of the week on the Rock Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Zach Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. We're family owned, family run, 3 generations strong.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
All right, welcome back, fans. I just have to let you know that slow-mo replay that we saw, I got a good look at that, and it definitely was there. So with 2 minutes left to play, the Webster Schroeder Warriors are going to drive 68 yards and finish it off with a 27-yard pass to Snow. And the PAT, no good. No good, though. So if Pittsford, let's see what we have in store for us here by Webster Schroeder. And they're going to be a little line drive. It's going to be fielded at the 15 and brought back by Pittsford up to the 32, 33-yard line. All right, Ryan Banoski on the stop. So with 1:53 left to play, Pittsburgh will have 1st and 10 from their 33-yard line. So let's set the scenario. If, not to throw the Malaki on anybody, but if Pittsburgh can drive the length of the field and they can knock one down and get the PAT, that would give them a 1-point lead. They've got to manage the clock. They, plain and simple, have to get down. They have to put it in the end zone. Plain and simple, to at least tie the game, they have to put it in the end zone. They do have time to go down the field, though, with a $1:53. In motion, Williams. Here is Lothar. Loose ball. It's on the carpet. It's going to be picked up by Lothar, and he is going to be brought down right about the 20-yard line. So a major mistake there by Pittsford will result in a big loss for Pittsford and bring up a 1st and 10. Beneskian on the sack, and it'll be 2nd and, well, they say 23. 2nd and 23. Here is Lothar looking right, looking down the field. Oh, it's going to be just over the head of Thomas Birmingham. Birmingham could not get up. He had a height advantage. That ball needed to be another 4 or 5 yards deep for him to be able to get a chance on that. I could not tell from my vantage point if Victor Snow was able to get a hand up in that. Gary, did he get a hand on that? Did Snow get a hand on that? All right, we are watching the replay here in the booth, and nope, he just overthrew. And unable to drop it in. So that'll bring up 3rd and long. Lothar feels the pressure. It's loose. The screen is good. And Levante Bonds with room to run over on the left-hand side. And he cuts back in. And he's still going just short of midfield. You kind of wanted him to get out of bounds there to stop the clock, because once they move the chains, the clock is going to be stopped right now because we do have a Pittsford player down. That was Daniel Lothar. He got back up, but now he has dropped down to one knee. So we are going to take a break. We'll be right back here on the Section 5 High School Football Game of the Week on the Rock Sports Network.
Only $7.99 for a Bill Gray's Great Plate every Tuesday.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Welcome back, fans. With 1:03 left, young Daniel Lothar, the junior quarterback for Pittsford, is going to walk off under his own power. Pittsford does have a 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Now here's a man in motion. And on the keeper, on the QB draw, is number 12, and that is Jake LaRocca. Jake LaRocca, the sophomore. So a sophomore in now. They pick up a handful of yards, 2nd and 5 for Pittsford, down to 40 seconds. Pittsford, they've got to go long here. We're going to see if LaRocca can air it out. No question about that. Oh, we've got motion. We've got motion on the near side. Thomas Birmingham, sorry to throw you under the bus, young man, but we've got motion over here on the near side, and that will push them back. False start. False start on Pittsford. We'll move them back 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 10. So 32.6, and they will wind the clock once everybody is set. So again, we're going to see if Jake LaRocca can go long. LaRocca drops back, and he has a man across the middle of the field. And Pittsford does have 2 timeouts. The board says they have 2 timeouts. And that pass was complete to Isaiah Cotton. Cotton has a touchdown earlier. We've got a timeout for Pittsford, so I'll set the table. That will put them down to one more timeout with 19.7 left to play. All right, 34-28, Webster Schroeder over the Panthers, and what I can only call a nail-biter. This has been a great game thus far, and one more shout-out to Bill Gray's, where every Tuesday it's Great Plate Tuesday, and for just $7.99, you get 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday, every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. And one more time, you can tune in to rocksportsnetwork.com and watch tonight's game and all of our games and shows this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. rocksportsnetwork.com, Rochester's only local sports channel. It's do or die here for Pittsford. They've got 1st and 10 from the 33. They've got 19.7 left to do it. Here's LaRocca. He goes over to the near side, and looks like it is going to be caught. It's caught by Birmingham. Caught by Birmingham. And it is caught, and unfortunately he caught it while he was going down, so that will stop momentum, and it looks like Pittsford is going to use their last timeout. So we've got Bengals on the board for timeouts. So I'm going to set the table for you, fans. 13.8 left to play. Webster Schroeder leading 34-28. Now let's harken back one more time. Last season, third game of the year for Pittsburgh. They won this game against Webster Schroeder, then went on a 6-game run before losing in the sectionals. So Class AA matchup. Webster Schroeder back in AA for the first time in quite some time. Want to give one more shout out. You can one more shout out to Bob Johnson Chevrolet on Ridge Road West in Greece. Also the Dan Borello Overtime Show. That's on Mondays at 7. Then the Ozone Football Show, Mondays at 8, right thereafter. And remember, we've got the Bill Gray's Player of the Game that we're going to talk about at the conclusion of this. Wow, that just, like I say, slobber knocker, barn burner, nail biter, crunch time, 13.8 left to go. 1st and 10 for Pittsford from the 22. Lothar back in. Lothar going long. It's going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off by Caden Leonard and or Ethan Fame. And Fame is going to stay on his feet. Time has run out, and Fame is going to take it all the way back. About a 95-yard touchdown run back for Ethan Fame. And that is going to end the game with emphasis. Do we know how far back that was? I mean, that had to be at least 95 yards. Coach, how far was that run back? 90. All right. I was going to say I'm going to call it 95. So Ethan Fame on the 95-yard run back is going to end this game with emphasis. But you cannot blame Lothar for making that throw. He tried to make it happen. Ethan Fame just happened to be there. We're going to step aside, fans, and listen, when we come back, we will be with the live interview with the Bill Grace player of the game and our post-game report. Webster Schroeder is going to improve to 3-1 and drop the Pittsford Panthers to 1-3 with the 40-28 victory after that 95-yard interception pick six by Ethan Fame. Thank you for watching the Section 5 Class AA High School Football Game of the Week here on the ROC Sports Network. We'll be back with the Bill Grace player of the game.